So can we make all the drivers on the Formula 1 2025 grid a Formula 1 champion? So obviously we have done that already with 3 drivers, and these are the 3 drivers, and obviously all the 3 world champion we have done, and this time it is time for Yuki Tsunoda, and obviously the second Red Bull is what we want to go for this time. Let's see what we can do. Obviously we are now, and obviously first thing we did is Max Verstappen, putting him on car development so that his performance does not get better till the end of the season. So that's why I did that. Other two, Ivasa and Sebastian Buemi, also done, and we obviously upgraded factory and our design center. Both of them were important, guys, because this will help us improve our facilities, and obviously tour center, because that will be the money making thing. So, and we get 88 million from our sponsor negotiation, so we go straight up in the underflow. Did that, and look at that, how much performance that gives us, my goodness. And then we go for the rear wing, the second most important thing, while focusing on the top speed and the DRS effectiveness for this time. Obviously dirty air tolerance, we are not worried about that. Front wing also done, and then we go for suspension, which gives us 13% in the tire preservation. And upgrading the race simulator, here we have Yuki Tsunoda winning his first race by 10 seconds and Max Verstappen only 7th. So we go straight away for the engine cooling, did that 12% in that, and then we go in the sprint race of China. Tsunoda again wins it in the main race too, and obviously Max Verstappen getting a little bit better. Obviously guys, I have not given Max Verstappen the upgrades which we have given to Yuki Tsunoda. So obviously if we go for the third iteration of some upgrade, Yuki will get the third and Max will get the second iteration of that, and because of that Yuki Tsunoda again wins it in the Japanese GP. But Max Verstappen was obviously taken out in this race. That obviously doesn't really hurt us. Bahrain, look at that, how close both of the drivers were fighting, and Charles Leclerc only 1.5 tenths behind Yuki Tsunoda for the win. That was amazing to see. Obviously Max Verstappen is also getting better, and he right now is in P7, but Yuki is far ahead. And but in the Saudi Arabian GP we were P4 and P5 only, just no pace at all there, and we go for the front wing then so that we can improve some position there. So in the Miami sprint we go P4 for Max Verstappen, and Yuki was out of that race. Obviously he knocked himself out there, but in the main race we go P2 and P3. So, and we went to Imola, and Yuki Tsunoda was not going to let this go, and he finally won it very easily. And then we went to Monaco, where Yuki Tsunoda won it by 2 seconds from his teammate Max Verstappen. Obviously some of them are on same iteration of the upgrades, and look at that guys, that is Yuki Tsunoda not overtaking Max Verstappen in the Spanish GP. He was lapping him, guys. That's how amazing Yuki was in this race. Obviously it was just a topsy-turvy race for Max Verstappen, and Yuki did not miss it. And here we are in the Canadian GP, rain in that too, but we got another 1-2 for our team. Obviously Max Verstappen still doing an amazing job, because guys there was no pace in that car. Still he was able to get P2. That was big. So in the Austrian GP, Max Verstappen won that race by 7 tenths and Yuki only got P3. So I went straight away, tried to do some upgrades there. Yuki Tsunoda win in the sprint, but here we have, look at that guys, the fuel is done. We do not have any fuel, and Yuki was out of the sprint race, but in the main race he got P3. And then in the Hungarian GP, Max Verstappen won it by 2.5 seconds to Yuki Tsunoda. So they are really close to each other, and that's why it is getting a little difficult. But before the summer break, look at that one. Well, 51 points is the lead for Yuki Tsunoda. But after the summer break, Max Verstappen again won his home GP, and he is now into P4. And Yuki Tsunoda is still in P1. That is good for him. He can keep this up. And obviously look at that guys, our constructor also, we are still in P1. But in the Monza GP, obviously, this was well after the safety car ended on the same lap, so it doesn't really matter. So that's why we went to Azerbaijan. Max Verstappen won, and Yuki Tsunoda just had no pace. So in the Singapore GP, Yuki Tsunoda came back, won the race. Max Verstappen P22. So in the sprint race, started from way far, but still Yuki got P2 and Max Verstappen only P6. But in the main race, it was a 1-2 for our team, but Max Verstappen was 16 seconds in front of Yuki Tsunoda. That's how amazing we were doing here. But in Mexico, Verstappen again comes in and gets the win from Yuki Tsunoda, who won in P2. But obviously guys, Yuki has his eyes set on P1 because look at that, he is 80 points in front of Max Verstappen with around 4 races to go. So obviously we are not going to lose that. But in the sprint race, we started from the pit lane. That's why Yuki got 2 points and Max Verstappen did not even get a point. So that was big. But in the main race, look at that guys, both the drivers were fighting so much and Yuki just clinched the win from Max Verstappen by 1/10. How amazing that was. And obviously he has extended his lead in the front, and obviously Max Verstappen does not have any chance of getting anything. And obviously, as I was saying that, look at that, 5th iteration for Yuki and 4th iteration of underflow for Max Verstappen. But in the Las Vegas GP, Max Verstappen did guys, even after that crazy upgrades, Yuki did not win. And still guys, in the Qatar GP sprint, Max Verstappen won it from Yuki Tsunoda. Look at that, that's how amazing it is. And obviously in the main race, it was a safety car which kept on going, and that means Piastri was able to win the Qatar GP. So in the final race of the season, Abu Dhabi, Max Verstappen starting from P1, Yuki P4. Max Verstappen doesn't matter because Yuki Tsunoda has won the championship. He is the champion of the world with winning the Abu Dhabi GP and the 3rd driver to get the world title for Red Bull. What an amazing work. Obviously I love doing this guys. At least we can give some performance to Yuki Tsunoda. And even after going an iteration down or even 2 iteration down, all the upgrades, Max Verstappen won so many, it was crazy. But guys, honestly it was really amazing, and Yuki Tsunoda won his first championship in the F1 Manager 2025 DLC there. And obviously P2 and P3 for Oscar and Lando. Obviously it's because guys, Max Verstappen engine was way too worn. I thought he will be able to do the race, but alas he wasn't able to do it. Look at that, he started P1 and ended up in P7. But still guys, I am so happy. Look at that, 103 points the gap between Yuki Tsunoda and Max Verstappen. That is amazing. More than 100 points from Max Verstappen. Obviously that doesn't really happen in real life, but it feels good. And obviously guys, 6 race wins for Lando Norris and Oscar Piastri combined, and 11 race wins for Yuki Tsunoda. So it wasn't a straight fight there. Look at that, 18 wins for Red Bull, 7 for Max and 11 for Yuki Tsunoda and 6 for McLaren. So guys, if you are enjoying these videos, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys for the next one.